Good day, everyone. I'm Sir RG Layson, your math tutor and guide on this exciting journey through the world of numbers. In this video, we will discuss all about solving quadratic equation by extracting square roots. Now, first, we need to recall or to familiarize all the squares from 1 to 30 square. So we have 1 squared 1, 2 squared 4, 3 squared 9, 4 squared 16, 5 squared 25, 6 squared 36, 7 squared 49, 8 squared 64, 9 squared is 81, 10 squared is 100, 11 squared is 121, 12 squared is 1244, 13 squared is 169, 14 squared is 196, 15 squared is 225, 16 squared is 256, 17 squared is 289, 18 squared is 324, 19 squared is 361, 20 squared is 400, 21 squared is 441, 22 squared is 484, 23 squared is 529, 24 squared is 576, 25 squared is 625, 26 squared is 676, 27 squared is 729, 28 squared is 784, 29 squared is 841, and 30 squared is 900. Quadratic equation that can be written in the form x squared equals to k can be solved by applying the following properties. For the first property, if k is greater than 0, then your x squared is equals to k has two real solutions or roots. That means you have a positive and negative square root of k. If your k is equal to 0, then your x squared is equals to k has one real solution or roots, and that is x is equals to 0 only. If your k is less than 0, then your x squared is equals to k has no real solutions or roots. The method of solving a quadratic equation x squared is equals to k is called the extracting the square roots. There are steps in solving quadratic equation by extracting square roots. First, write the equation in the form x squared is equals to k. Second, identify the property can be applied to find the values of x that will make the equation true. Third, check the values by substituting the original equation. And fourth, write the values of the real roots. Example. Find the solution of the equation x squared minus 16 equals to 0 by extracting square roots. Write the equation in the form x squared is equals to k. So we have x squared minus 16 is equals to 0. So our goal here is to have negative 16 in the right side. So we have here we will use addition property of equality, which we need to add both sides by 16 to the left and to the right, so that we have x squared is equals to 16. Now we have the form now x squared is equals to k. Next, since 16 is greater, or your k is equals to 16 and 16 is greater than 0, then the first property can be applied to find the values of x that will make the equation x squared minus 16 equals to 0 true. So we have here the first property. So that means we need to have a two real solution or roots for this one. That is a positive and negative square root of k. If you have x squared is equals to 16, that means our goal here is to find the value of x, no? So we need to square root both sides, eliminate the square root and the squared. So we have here x is equals to, what is the square root of 16? That is positive and negative 4. So your value of x sub 1 is 4 and your x sub 2 is negative 4. To check, we just need to substitute the values to the original equation. We have our original equation is x squared minus 16 equals to 0. So for x is equals to 4, we have x squared minus 16 equals to 0. Substitute 4, so we have 4 squared minus 16 is equals to 0. So 16 minus 16 is equals to 0. So that means 0 is equals to 0. That means 4 is a solution to the given equation, which is x squared minus 16 equals to 0. Now let's try x is equals to negative 4. So we just need to substitute negative 4 to the value of x. So we have negative 4 squared minus 16 equals to 0. 16 minus 16 equals to 0. So 16 minus 16 is 0. So that means both the values of x satisfies the given equation. So the equation x squared minus 16 equals to 0 is true when x is equals to 4 and x is equals to negative 4. The equation x squared minus 16 equals to 0 has two solutions, and that is x is equals to 4 and x is equals to negative 4. Now let's try example number 2. Solve the equation s squared is equals to 0. Since s squared is equals to 0, then the equation has only one solution. If your k is equals to 0, then x squared equals to k has one real solution, and that is x is equals to 0. So we will find now the value of s. So we have here square root of s squared is equals to square root of 0. We just need to square root both sides to get the value of s, and that is s is equals to 0. Now let's try to check. Substitute 0 to s squared is equals to 0. So we have 0 squared is equals to 0. That means 0 is equals to 0. The equation s squared is equals to 0 has one solution, and that is s is equals to 0. Okay, let's try example number 3. To find the roots of the equation y squared plus 10 is equals to 0, write the equation in a form x squared is equals to k. So we have y squared plus 10 is equals to 0. So we have subtraction property of equality. We just need to subtract both sides by 10. So we have y squared is equals to negative 10. So since your k, the value of your k is less than 0, that means there has no real roots or solution or roots in the given equation. Since negative 10 is less than 0, then the equation y squared is equals to negative 10 has no real solution or roots. There is no real number when squared gives negative 9. So the answer for this one, the equation y squared plus 10 equals to 0 has no real solution or roots. Find the solution, example number 4. We have x minus 4 squared equals minus 25 equals to 0. So all we need to do is we just need to use the addition property of equality and add both sides by 25. So we have x minus 4 squared is equals to 25. So we have now, since your k is greater than 0, then x squared is equals to k has two real solutions or two real roots. That is the positive and negative square root of k. So to find the value of x here, we just need to square root both sides to eliminate the squared there. So we have square root of x minus 4 squared equals to positive and negative square root of 25. So we have here x minus 4 is equals to positive and negative 5. So we have two solutions for this one. So we have x is equals to positive negative 5 plus 4. So for the x sub 1, no, we just need to substitute we just need to find 5 plus 4, that is equal to 9. And then the x sub 2, we have negative 5 plus 4, we have negative 1. To check of the obtained values x against the original equation, so let's first substitute x is equals to 9. So substitute x is equals to 9 to the original equation. So we have 9 minus 4 squared minus 25 is equals to 0. So we have 9 minus 4 is 5 squared minus 25 equals to 0. So we have 5 squared is 25 minus 25. We have 0 is equals to 0. Now let's try x is equals to negative 1. So we have negative 1 minus 4 squared minus 25 equals to 0. So we have negative 25 squared, that is 25 minus 25 equals to 0. So that is 0 is equal to 0. Both value of x satisfies the given equation. So the equation x minus 4 squared minus 25 equals to 0 is true when x is equals to 9 and x is equals to negative 1. So the equation x minus 4 squared minus 25 equals to 0 has two real solutions, and that is x is equals to 9 or x is equals to negative 1. Okay, example number 5. Find the solution of the equation 2 times x minus 5 squared equals to 32. So we need to divide both sides by 2 to simplify the equation. So we have now x minus 5 squared is equals to 16. Since your k is greater than 0, then x squared is equals to k has two real solutions, and that is positive and negative square root of k. So the resulting now, we just need to square root both sides to eliminate squared. So we have now x minus 5 is equals to positive and negative 4. So we have now x is equals to positive 4 plus 5. Positive and negative 4 plus 5. So the x sub 1 here is we have 4 plus 5 is equals to 9. And then the x sub 2 is we have negative 4 plus 5, we have positive 1. So we just need to check, class. We just need to substitute it to the original equation. So let's try x is equals to 9. So we have 2 times 9 minus 5 squared is equals to 32. So we have 2 times 4 squared is equals to 32. 4 squared is 16. So 2 times 16 is 32 equals to 32. And then next, we have x is equals to 1. So we just need to substitute 1 there. So we have 2 times negative 4 squared equals to 32. So negative 4 squared is positive 16. 2 times 16, we have 32 is equals to 32. So both values f, x, and y satisfies the given equation. So the equation 2x minus 5 squared is true when x is equals to 9 and x is equals to 1. That means there has two real solutions for this one. X is equals to 9 or x is equals to 1. Now, if you have time, you just need to try this one. This activity, extract me. Solve the following quadratic equation by extracting the roots and answer the question that follows. Now, try to answer and check it. Thank you so much for watching our video lesson. I hope that you've learned something out of this lesson. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with your grade 9 friend students. Now, if you have questions, you can comment down below. Thank you so much again and goodbye.